Hello friends, how are you? What's up? Welcome you all to another video. Today we are going to learn what is naturalism. So this is the first lecture of our paper number 3, American literature, and I'm going to tell you that how American literature is different from your first year English paper number 1, that is the introduction to literature. So American literature is not romantic and not specific, or you may think that it may be boring, but don't think that it is boring. I will make it interesting. So today I'm going to teach you what is naturalism. Please check out the syllabus and let's get start to our video. Hey friends, as I told you in the introduction, today we are going to learn naturalism. We are starting unit number 1, that is terms. I hope that you have referred the syllabus. I hope that you have downloaded the syllabus and you have read it. So we are going to start the naturalism in 20th century fiction in America. So let's get started. So first we are going to start with the definition of naturalism. So first, actually, it is sometimes claimed to give an accurate picture than realism. So accurate picture. So reality of life. Naturalism give an accurate reality of our life. Means what is our original life? You know that real life is different lives. What is real life? Real life means the movies, the TV serials which you watch. These are actually real life. Actually it is not original, but real life, you know that what is your life. So naturalism depicts it the real your life, then and realism also depicts the same. So what is realism? So we have to understand realism also. So realism is used to identify a moment in the writing of novels during the 19th century. Actually in Victorian age means I want to tell you that there are some parades of English literature. So in the next lecture or any other lecture, I will give you the different kind of parades of English literature. This is not time to tell you, but I would like to tell you that Victorian age started from 1834 and it lasted until 1904. Okay, so this is the span of Victorian period. So during this Victorian period, that is the 19th century, novels got a golden age. It means that a lot of novelists they have written a very nice and very popular, beautiful novels during this age, and these novels were actually realistic novels. So therefore, realism is used to identify a moment in the writing of novels during the 19th century, and again, we use realism to designate a recurrent mode in various areas and literary forms of representing human life and experience in literature. It means that in every era, the same thing is there because human life has the same experiences. It means that childhood experience, maybe there are different. Maybe your childhood experience differs from others, but there are some common things. Emotions are common. Uh, a lot of things are common, so these experiences are actually common and which came into literature. So that is the realism. So you got in a very simple and in a very simple words, you can say that realism means our actual real life, and naturalism more accurate picture than realism, means more accurate reality of our life. That is the naturalism. So what is naturalism? So naturalism is a mode of fiction that was developed by a school of writers in accordance with a particular philosophical thesis. So naturalism is not like a realism. Naturalism has a philosophical base. It has a different school of ideas. So what is the philosophical thesis? Philosophical thesis here, it means the ideology. In Marathi, vichardhara. So naturalist writer follows some vichardhara, follows some particular philosophical thesis. So what is that philosophical thesis? Let came to know of that. So what is that thesis? This thesis is a product of post-Darwinian biology in 19th century. So I think you must heard about Darwin, Charles Darwin. So Charles Darwin also born in Victorian age, and he has written one book, and that book actually shook the basis of religion. So what is the basis of religion? So basis of religion is that there is a God, and God has made this universe within 7 days, and he is everything like that, and human being has a soul, there is a Saturn. Okay, these are the base of the religion. But Charles Darwin has written one book, that is the Origin of Basis, and in that book he has introduced the evolution theory. And you must know about the evolution theory, Utkrantiwad. He has introduced the Utkrantiwad in his book, The Origin of Basis. And in that theory, evolution theory, he said that human being is evolved from monkeys. So you know that about that. Okay. So about after that Darwin theory, these natural writers made this thesis, and that thesis is that a human being exists entirely in the order of nature and does not have soul nor have any access to religious or spiritual world beyond the natural world. So I think you got the meaning of it. It means that human being exists entirely in the order of nature. The order of nature is different from the religion theories or religion things. And human being does not have a soul. And if there is no soul, there is no religious or spiritual world. So after the death, there is no world. Okay, Karl Marx has also said that spiritual world is actually mirror of actual world. म्हणजे भौतिक जगाचा आध्यात्मिक जग हे आरसा आहे, म्हणजे एक प्रतिबिंब आहे. ओके, सो इट इज अ मिरर इमेज ऑफ natural world. Spiritual world is a mirror image of natural world according to Karl Marx and according to post-Darwin thesis, which we are seeing here. And therefore, that such a being is merely a higher order animal. And actually, in the natural order, human being is a higher animal, and his character and behavior are entirely determined by two kind of forces. Two kind of forces. Determined, that is examine, or ज्याच्यामुळे ते घडतं, म्हणजे ज्याच्यामुळे त्याचं त्याचं चारित्र्य आणि त्याचं वागणं तयार होतं. Okay, he developed his character and his behavior because of the two forces, that is heredity and the environment. So in which environment he lives, okay, the environment that shapes his character and his behavior. And heredity means what? You must have heard about the DNA. So every parent passes their DNA to their children, and whatever they have disease, whatever they have likes, or whatever they have habits, actually it heredited by, actually it passes to their children. So that is called heredity. I think you got this point. So let's move to the another point. And again, it said that each person inherits compulsive instincts. So there is a compulsive instinct. Okay, and what was the compulsive instincts? So three things everybody have. Compulsory, we have these passions in ourselves. Okay, instincts means passions. We have the passions. So instinct means natural behavior. Everybody have a compulsory natural behavior, that is the hunger. Everybody, we need food to eat because we become hungry. Everybody have a hunger. Everybody become hungry. Okay, after 1 o'clock you become hungry and you need food. You will ask your mother, mommy, please give me food, I am very hungry. Okay, and again the drive to accumulate possessions. You know that you said that I must have mobile, I must have bike, I must have money, I must have a different kind of clothes, I must have a new clothes to go to college, I must have a good watch. So possession, accumulate possession. Every human being want that I should have that thing, I should have something. Okay, so that possessive, it is our natural behavior, that is instincts. And the last one is the sexuality. So I don't want to explain this sexuality. You can understand it. Okay, I don't want to explain it. And is then subjected to the social and economic forces. Not only these things, but again these three things are the person of, and these compulsory instincts or compulsory behavior also changes to the social and economic forces. So what was the social condition where the person lives, what was his economic condition of his family, okay, of his family, his class, and the milieu into which that person is born. So all these things makes his character, makes his behavior, or shapes his behavior, shapes his character. The first naturalist writer, that was the French novelist Emile Zola, and she has developed this concept. He has developed this concept, and he called it as a La Roman experimental. Actually, it is the French language, so therefore the pronunciation may be different. And the novel organized in the mode of a specific experiment on the behavior under given condition of the character depicts. It's something given condition. For example, suppose a person who lives in only uh, lonely in a one room. So how his behavior change? Okay, or suppose another person lives with a lot of friends. So how his behavior and character changes? So these are the actually experiment done by Emily Zola. So Zola and later naturalist writers such as the American Frank Norris, Stephen Crane, and Theodore Dreiser tried to present their subjects with scientific objectivity and with elaborate documentation which were unmentioned in earlier literature. It means that they have written frankly about sexuality, they have written frankly about the mental tortures, they have frankly written about the medical problem. It means that suppose a character is suffering from illness, maybe physical illness, maybe mental illness. So all this elaborate purna savistar varnatmak documentation of that events which were unmentioned in earlier literatures. Therefore, it is a too much realistic. Again, they tend to choose characters who exhibit strong animal drives. So, strong animal drives. We are also animal, but we stand apart from other animals because we have a sense, we have a sense, we have a brain, and we use that brain. But some human being has also some animal drives, and everybody have such animal drives like a greed means how, it means that you have a mobile phone, again you want that I must have an iPhone, I must have a 2 lakh phone, like that. And the sexual desire, and who are helpless victim both of grandeur secretion within and of sociological pressures without. So they are suffering from these greed and sexual desires, and there is no support, and again they have a lot of pressures with their family, from the class, from the society. And the end of these novels is often tragic. Okay, it means that the protagonist dies at the end of the novel, but this tragic end is different from the Elizabethan tragedies. In the Elizabethan tragedies, actually Elizabethan tragedies follows, if you read any play of William Shakespeare, if you read Hamlet or anything, so it follows the laws of Aristotle. Aristotle was the greatest critic. Actually, he was considered as a father of literary criticism. He was also considered as the father of 7 branches of different knowledge, and he wrote a book, Poetics, and in that book, he has made some rules that what how to write a tragedy. It means that he said that a tragic hero must have a tragic flaw. He must incorrect in some decision, and because of that, he meets his fall. It means that he meets his end. For example, if you read Hamlet, so Hamlet has a one tragic flaw. Hamlet has a one error in his judgment, that he hesitate. Hesitation means ab karu ke kab karu, to be or not to be. That is the question. That is the famous soliloquy of Hamlet. And because of his hesitation, at the end of that play, he dies. So okay, so that tragedy is different, and here the naturalist tragedy is different, because actually it is heroic, but actually the hero lose or lost his struggle of the individual mind. Actually he was fighting with his own mind, and again he has a will against the gods or enemies or circumstances, but at the end of the novel, he lost the battle, he lost the struggle, and he dies. So these are the examples of naturalistic novels of American literature. So, for example, Normal Mirror has written one novel, that is The Naked and the Dead. Actually, this novel is based on World War II. That and in that World War II has given a very worst experience to the world. The second novel which you have studied in the last year, that is the Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. Actually, it is not a naturalistic novel, but you can see that it is a realistic because there are so many things which were depicted by Jane Austen in that novel. Actually, Jane Austen has depicted the woman's world, woman's mind or woman's heart in that novel. And next one was the first naturalistic writer, that is the Emily Zola. Actually, it was not a American, but I have given you the example here because his Nana, which was published in 1880, is the first naturalist novel. And the last one is the Theodore Dreiser's An American Tragedy, which he has written in 1925. So thank you very much, guys. If you didn't get anything, please make comment in the comment section, or you can also ask me on WhatsApp. Even you can call me if you didn't get it. I will answer your queries. I will answer your every question. And remember that I'm going to post notes that will be the answer, the model answer of this term. So very soon you will get it. And again, at the end of this lecture, I would like to tell you that you will get lectures from Thursday to Saturday. I will also upload the timetable very soon on the WhatsApp group. So thank you for watching.